Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. As you can see, I'm in the warmest room of the house, letting my feet get warmed up. I did a gut load on these chickens up here. I made the two chickens yesterday. I tore down all the meat off the carcasses, put that in the fridge, and then I took each one of the carcasses to the groups of girls, and they had a ball. Um, I had I had dripping pan left in there, and so today I put like almost a half loaf of bread in there, let it soak all that stuff up. Then I poured my layer crumble on it and served that with some seeds and scratch and things like that. So those girls are eating really good right now. I noticed there's a little bit of fighting, so I'm going to have to do some separating. Dove is my solid white olive egger that I've had. She will be 6 years this year. She is a turd, and she's really making it hard on some of my more docile birds, like my barred rock, my sapphire gems, my little spitfires. They're really getting picked on a lot by her. It really shocks me. I guess Chicopee just knows how to stay away from everyone. She's the one that has the Faverol bloodline in her from her great grandma. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some working on that because Dove is a really tough bird, and she makes me so mad. She's always been mean, um, controlling. As a matter of fact, she is the only bird who ever flew out of my very short fence out there for their little area. And when I grabbed her, she grabbed my neck and held on until I got her back into her area. I mean, she left a mark. Oh yeah, she's mean. And she tried to take over the goat barn out here, and I would run her off and make her go sleep with the other girls that don't take her crap anymore. But now she's starting to really be mad. And if you saw the one video, you see her attack one of my sapphire gems. And it's like, there's no reason for it. I mean, she wants to control the area they lay in. She wants to control the area they're eating in. I mean, um, and the bad thing is the two roosters that she was with, she had um, Odin first, who was my purebred Brahma that I had to shoot because he attacked me savagely one day, and that broke my heart. But I shot him. And then I had Friction, which was my crossover Brahma and Olive Egger, and she had him for a few years, but the roosters always let her get away with it. I mean, they loved her, I guess. I don't know. I hated getting rid of Friction last year. That broke my heart. But I don't want that bloodline anymore. I've diluted it enough to where I like where my chickens are. So anyway, now what do I want to talk about? Let me get a drink first. This is a little stiffer. Listen, I don't understand the concept of Trump. I don't understand this bubble. I don't understand the draw. I don't understand how people who support him can overlook these really bad things. I, I don't understand it. And so I've just got a few questions, and I hope people will drop me respectful answers. Please don't be mean to me. Um, when I talk about Trump, it's not personally an attack on you. And it's not that I'm attacking him. I just bring forth what I see, what I hear, what I read, the facts, right? Okay. I don't understand it. I don't understand the big bubble. And, when you look at the elements that qualify for a cult, it it does match up. I'm just telling you. And the people that are talking about economics being so bad and they can't afford to live and they can't afford, medications and they can't afford that. Well, maybe they didn't understand the Inflation Act that went through. Maybe they don't understand that, um, insulin is now $35 a month, the cheapest it's ever been. Um, they don't understand that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, veterans um, benefits are those things that people try to cut, that are the the legislation of that bubble of Trump. I am a woman and I have lost healthcare rights. People with alternative lifestyles, they're losing rights in the states that they live. What rights have those people in that Trump bubble claimed they've lost? I don't understand. The First Amendment right is about freedom of speech and freedom of religion. And already the legislation part of that big bubble of Trump has taken away so many rights. Putting religion as the marker for the laws. Okay, now I have questions. Now I have questions. Oh, and in that bubble, I forgot this one. There are military people, veterans in that bubble. And he has never respected the soldiers who have died fighting for us, have been injured, disabled, prisoners of war. They're fools. That's what he calls them. I mean, I don't understand how those people are in that bubble. Women, you're in that bubble. Obviously, he doesn't respect women. He's a sexual predator. And the things that he says to women are misogynistic, sexual disrespect. But you're in that bubble too. So I have questions. Do you care about all Americans? All Americans pay taxes. That's everybody. That's every race, every culture, every religion that are American citizens or have become American citizens. Do you care about all the citizens of America? Do you respect women? That's a big one. Who doesn't qualify for your care? When I ask the question, do you care about all Americans? Yeah, I care about them all. But who are the ones that don't qualify for your care? Who are they? What rights have been taken from you? I know it's been taken from me. I know it's being taken from me. I know what's being taken from the alternative lifestyles. I know it's being taken from being able to read, book bannings, book burnings, all of that nonsense. Don't say gay. You've got gay women saying don't say gay. Uh, You've got sexual miscreants telling you not to be a sexual miscreant. Is that a word? Miscreant? I don't even know. But that's what you are. If you do sexually stuff, you're a sexual miscreant, right? Do you see the hypocrisy there? I mean, I'm just asking, do you see the hypocrisy? Do you see the hypocrisy of saying that you care for all Americans and then you take away their rights? Do you see hypocrisy there? Would you vote for workers to get better pay benefits from their employers? Would you vote for that? Trump didn't. He never stood by unions. He made a mockery during a union strike of having a fake event. They don't care about workers. The employers, the business, the corporation. He's a businessman. You want this country to be run like a business, then you will suffer. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? If he runs the country like a business, you will suffer. That's a question. Just asking. But the big thing, do you respect your soldiers? Do you respect your military? Do you respect the veterans, the disabled veterans, and everybody that has served in this country? Do you respect them? If you're a man, do you respect women? If you're a woman, do you respect men? What kind of men do you respect? What kind of women do you respect? The women I see in the legislation are garbage, hypocritical garbage. I'm just saying. The ones that won't vote for women's rights, that want to take away women's rights, but then their hypocrisy again. The hypocrisy. Would you want Russia to be your leader? Would you side with Russia against the rest of the world, Europe, all of these other wonderful countries that try to stay unwarlike? Would you want to be taken over by Russia? Do you think Putin is going to stand side by side with Trump and let Trump just call the shots on this end? Have you not read about Putin? Tucker Carlson is a Tucker Carlson. And he got humiliated. He's not smart enough to realize that he is being used, and he got humiliated. And everybody that watched it, if you didn't see that, well, watch it again. Just saying. Tucker Carlson is a piece of turd. He's not even a whole turd. He's just a piece of turd. Period. He lied about the great lie with Laura Ingraham on Fox News. They didn't believe it. They didn't believe the election was stolen. And they texted back and forth that. But they were telling you on the news, or whoever was watching it, that the election was stolen. He was part of that crap when Fox had to pay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the piece of turd. I don't want to talk about him. I think he's used. I can't stand to watch him. I know his background. If you've ever read about Tucker Carlson, you'd be like, this little spoiled brat. What kind of opinion would he have on what real Americans go through? Seriously, read about him. Do you care about women being sexually assaulted, defamed? What if it was your sister, your daughter, your mother, your wife? Do you care? Does that make an impact on you? If the person that did that to your family member was holding office, would you vote for him? You would vote for someone who would sexually assault a woman? Not if it was one of your women, huh? Just saying. I know the answer to that one. Promises, promises, promises. How many promises did Donald Trump give you in his 4 years? Did he? How many did he fulfill? He dropped the taxes on the business owners and wealthy. He did not do the infrastructure bill that he ran on, which is now in act, right? Inflation Act, he had nothing to help with the inflation that was going on after COVID. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he was president during COVID, and thousands and thousands and thousands of people died, right? Did he tell you not to wear a mask and not to get vaccinated? And you followed that because that's what he said? Well, he was vaccinated. I'm just saying. Now, if you are a patriot, and I'm going to say this 125% again, even though that number does not exist, I am very aware of that. A patriot is for the Constitution, period. Not a man, not a party, and would never, ever allow, a patriot would never allow the Constitution not to be taken seriously throughout. If you don't know what the Constitution says, I recommend reading it and reading it very, very closely. I also recommend reading about what a patriot to the United States of America is and why they are who they are calling themselves patriots. Way back when. Everybody wants to talk about the founding fathers. Well, let's go back to the founding fathers and learn what a patriot truly is. Are you a patriot of the Constitution of the United States of America? That's my last question. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Bye, y'all.